Hello, I am Christina Say Lee, and I am a positive discipline parent educator and parenting coach. Welcome to Empowered Parenting Community. I'm going to be coming here weekly with a new parenting tool. Today, I'm going to be talking about family meetings. Family meetings are so important because they teach your children so many valuable life skills such as problem solving, communication skills, leadership skills, um, perspective taking, so many great skills. And it also creates family connection, and it's just a really great tool for solving problems. So when you're first starting family meetings, you want to sit down with your family and let them know that you really would like to start having family meetings, how important the time together is as a family, and how much learning you can do, and how great it will be to help solve problems in the family. In the very beginning, you want to start with appreciation and compliments. And at first, that might be all that you do while you learn that skill. It could be difficult to learn the skill of giving and receiving compliments. I remember in the beginning, my children, they were older, and they gave a lot of backhanded compliments like, oh, thanks for not being a butthead, and thanks for not hitting me today, and stuff like that. So it can take time to learn, but once they do, they're going to love the compliments and appreciations. It really sets the tone, the mood for the meeting, and it becomes a very loved um, family tradition. So again, that might be all that you start with until you have it down. And once you do have it down, you can move on to some brainstorming. So looking at the agenda. So you're going to want to keep the family meeting agenda in a place where everyone can access it. That might be on the refrigerator or next to the calendar, but somewhere everyone has access. And at first, you're going to have to remind your children to utilize it. So when they come to you with a problem or a sibling conflict, you might say, well, would this be something that would be good to put on the family meeting agenda? And just as such, there might be some things that come up that you get really upset. You could say, I need to take a break. I want to discuss this later. So I think I'm going to put it on the family meeting agenda. Um, and once you're having family meetings, the next step is going to be to evaluate past solutions, how they, went. Did they work? Did they not work? Do you need a new solution? And then you're going to look at your agenda items, and you're going to brainstorm for solutions. So remember, everything gets written down, whether it's silly or practical, whether you as the parent agree with it or not, all ideas get written down as long as they are respectful, reasonable, and helpful. Now, if it's not helpful, then maybe it gets crossed off the list, right? So again, brainstorm for all ideas. You want your children, really encourage your children to come up with ideas first. Now, in the beginning, if they have a hard time with this, then you can model for them by brainstorming some ideas. And again, don't be afraid to put some silly ones on there. Like if the problem is the dishes aren't getting done after dinner, then maybe a solution is the dishes get thrown away. So put some silly ones on there, some practical ones, role model for them how to brainstorm, and it won't be long before they're really good problem solvers and coming up with some really great creative ideas, solutions to problems. Next, after you get really good at that, then you want to do the calendar, and that could be meal planning for the week. It could be writing down who goes where, when, who needs a ride. Make sure that family meetings are on your family calendar, and make sure your special one on one time is on the calendar. Those are two really important times that should be a priority and be on the calendar. Lastly, you're going to have your family fun activity. Now, don't skip this part. You need to make sure to have your family fun activity, and everyone gets to take turns deciding what the family fun activity is going to be. It could be something really short, like a quick card game. It could be something longer, like Monopoly. We all know how long Monopoly takes, right? Um, if you're having your family meeting after dinner, it could be, everybody builds their own sundae as dessert. That might be the family fun activity, but make sure that you include this, and everyone gets a chance to choose an activity. And also, you're going to want to split up other roles and take turns as well. That might be the role of the facilitator, the role of the timekeeper, the role of the scribe, where everyone writes down all the ideas and solutions. And you're also going to want to have a talking stick. Now, it could be a talking stick, it could be an item, it could be a stuffed animal, it could be something that's meaningful to your family. But teach your children that whoever has that item is the one who gets to talk, and the rest listen. Again, another skill that takes time to teach and to learn. All of this should be only 10 to 30 minutes, no more than 30 minutes. Now, if you're playing a long game in Monopoly, then the family fun activity might be more than 30 minutes, but the actual brainstorming and discussing the problems and stuff should not be more than 10 to 30 minutes. And I really recommend keeping them short. When I first started family meetings, I made the mistake of letting them go on way too long. And I was just so focused on making sure that everything on the agenda got done. But really, in the beginning, when you're practicing and learning these skills, you just want to keep it short. Um, just build on it as you get better as a family, and keep them short. All right. Well, next week I'm going to be coming back with part two with more about family meetings because there's so much to talk about. But again, I just really encourage you to start implementing family meetings. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you next week.